Hi, 大家好, and I am Marguerite, and thank you for joining me in my little Cantonese corner. So tonight we're going to be talking about 5 things that you might overhear other people saying. So before we do that though, I've made a decision that I'm going to start this video and all the other videos I do with the date and the time, because this will give you practice in your numbers and obviously in saying the date and the time. So 今日 said today, 今日係2017年11月20號。So if you caught that, I actually said the year first, 2017年, because in Chinese they say the year first. So this was going to come first. And let's see if I remember how to write my year. The character for year. The year will come first, and then is going to come the month. And the month is that. And the date comes last. And the date written is like that. So you might see forms if you go to, I don't know, if you have any form to fill out, and it's in English and Chinese, they will usually put it like that, because the year will come first. So it's 2017年11月, which is 11, 11月, and then today is 20號, so 20th, okay? And that's the date today, and the time right now is actually, I wrote this earlier, there's like a reflection, but there, I wrote this earlier, but it was 17, same as November 11, right? 17, and then it's actually PM. In Hong Kong, people usually stay up really late. In fact, the nightly news is on usually 11:45 and midnight, unlike in the US where it's usually 10 o'clock. So Hong Kong's a pretty happening place, and things stay open super late. If a lot of them never even bother closing, like the 8 p.m. mall. If you're in Hong Kong or you live here and you go over to Kwun Tong, they have the 8 p.m. mall. And I never knew what it stood for until one day I actually asked, and they're like, well, that's because we stay open. I can't remember if it's 24 hours, but they stay open AM and PM, so 8 p.m. mall. Anyway, getting off topic here, but if you wanted to say PM in Chinese, then you would say like the evening. So 晚上, 11點, and you'd put that first. Instead of saying 11 p.m., it would be like evening 11. So 晚上11點 or 11點鐘. Okay? So it is 11, well actually it's 11:30 now, so I can tell you that it's 11點半. The 半is the half an hour mark. You could also say 11點30分, because 30, if you know your numbers, 30 is 30. So 11點30分, fun is like the minutes. So 11:30 is 11點30分, or it would be 11點半. Okay, so anyway, that's just some practice with the numbers, the date, and the time. But what we're really talking about is going to be things that you might overhear other people saying. Okay, 5 things you might hear. So the first one I want to tell you about is you might hear, you probably have, they say it all the time, and that is the word ho. Ho. Okay, ho means good. Ho is good, or it could mean okay. So you might hear people talking on the phone. Ho, ho, hoa, hoa, hola, hoa, hoa, ho. Okay, so that means good. Ho. Remember, if you put in front of anything, it means not good. So what doesn't mean not good? It just means not. The negative of whatever comes after it. So ho is not good. Okay, ho, or no, really, right? Let's go to this place for lunch. Mo, ho. No, let's not go there. Maybe that's not a good option. So ho is, you've got your low tone, and the ho. Ho. Okay. Oh, something I totally forgot to mention, I think, before, and I just wrote the wrong thing. So this ho, ho, can you see it? I apologize. Ho is the not good, right? Or no. Okay, so this could mean no or not good, not a good idea. Okay. Now, this, I think I mentioned before, this was the written form, but when you say it, you say Yisup Ho, Yisup Ho. And that Yisup Ho is the spoken way to say the date, the day of the month. Okay, so when you're talking about days of the month, it's Yisup Ho. I guess I should probably just do a separate video on this, but I'll tell you real quick now. But this character here is the yat, yat. Okay, like gum yat. This is this yat. Gum yat, teng yat. Okay, this is the yat. Today, gum yat. Teng yat is tomorrow, yat. But when you say it for a day of the month, you're saying ho, yisup ho. And that's actually written H-O-U-H, low tone, ho. Okay? Not to be confused with this ho, which is a mid-rising ho. Okay? So this, I am apologizing again for this. H-O-U-H. H-O-U-H. Okay? H-O-U-H. Sorry, it's really bad. Ho, which would be this one. Ho. Okay? But when you say the day of the month and you want to say like gum yat, which is this yat. Gum yat yi sup ho. And the ho is kind of complicated, so I'm not going to write it. There's a simplified form of it. But anyway, just suffice to say, written form is the yat, as in gum yat, ping yat. Okay? But when you're talking days of the month, you'd say yi sup ho. But when you see it written, you will see this character. It's really not that complicated. Sorry if I'm making it more complicated than it has to be. So moving on, one thing that you might hear people say is also a ho, but this is the mid-rising ho instead of the low tone ho. Okay? So ho is not good or no. Ho is good or yeah, okay. Okay, so you might hear people talking on the phone and like ho, ho, hoa, hoa, or ho. Okay, moving on. The next thing you might hear people say is that, that. I'm sure you probably have heard this a lot. They say it a lot. It also means like okay, right? That. So you want to go to sushi for lunch today? Well, then you say ho, like good idea, right? Um, that is like if somebody says, I don't know, like meet me at the sushi place at 1. That or ho, you can actually say that too, right? That's a good idea. Or that. So they're kind of interchangeable, and then the more you hear it, the more you'll get when you say each one, but pretty much interchangeable, I would say. So we've got that, and that is a. This pen was writing really well before, and I don't know what's going on, but the that is high tone, and that means okay as well. Okay. That okay. That is not okay, right? That. So like meet me at 1 o'clock. That. And somebody might say that ngom tahan. Tahan. If you hear that, it is using this that, the D-A-K. I will tell you the D-A-K. That. And if they put the han, tahan. So like that. I'll write that first. That not okay. Okay, so okay, not okay. That not okay. That okay. Ho not good. Ho is good. Okay, but if they say like that dahan is I'm not free, right? I'm busy or something. Okay, so that the dahan, a bonus word for you here. That is high tone, right? That just goes straight up there. That. That that remember is low, that is high. So that han is low. The H there, and it's like low falling, but just go down, just low. So dahan is I'm free, right? Dahan, I'm not free, right? Dahan. So you'll probably hear that a lot too. That is okay or not okay. Dahan, I'm free, right? Dahan, I'm busy, I'm not free. Okay. so that's free or busy, not free. Okay? And the third one is 知. Have you ever heard this before? 知, 我知. Usually like 我知. If they sound kind of like exasperated, like 我知, it means I know, right? 我知, 我知道. 知道 is know, right? 我知. So the 我, I'll just put that here anyway. 我知. It is my favorite mid-rising tone. 我知. I know. Okay, so a lot of times you'll overhear people saying that. 我知,我知道. Okay? 唔知, I don't know. 我唔知道,我唔知. Sometimes at work, a lot of times you'll hear people say that. 我知,我唔知. Okay, that's know and don't know. So, right? I, 我. That is a rising. I know or 我唔知, I don't know. Okay? Okay, another one is 冇問題. Have you heard that one before? 冇問題. No problem. Okay? 冇問題. 冇 is I don't have. Basically, 冇, I don't have. 冇問題 is 問題 is problem. So 冇問題 is no problem. If you have a problem, what's the opposite of 冇? It's 有. Okay? 有問題. 有問題. And 冇問題. But usually you'll hear people say like no problem, right? If they have a problem, they may not be so vocal about it. But 冇問題 is, you probably hear that a lot. And that is the 冇.問題. You will notice 3 H's, it's all low tone. 冇問題. Okay, no problem. No problem. 冇問題. Okay. And let's see, we've got 1, 2, what else? Let's see, 3, 4, 冇問題. Okay. Number 5 is the 可以. Okay. I can. 可以. 唔可以. I can't. Okay. So, gosh, I will get new markers, I promise. This is crazy. It was working really well before. 可以 is can. 可以. I can. 唔可以. I can't. Okay? Can and can't. So, let's recap. We have the first one, which was 唔好. 唔好. 唔好 is not good. Remember that just makes anything negative after it. So 好 is good. 好啊. 唔好 is not good. Or no, basically. The yes and the no. 好 is yes. 好, no. Same with dak. D-A-K. I can see it clearly, but it's not showing up. It doesn't look like. Dak. Okay. Dak is okay. Dak. You'll hear people say this on the phone or in conversation. Dak, not okay. Dahan is I'm busy. Dahan. So just remember that dahan is free. Free meaning you're not busy. Dahan is not, right? You're busy. You're not free. 我知, I know. Okay. 我唔知, 我唔知, I don't know. Okay. 冇問題, no problem. 冇問題. And 可以 can. 唔可以 can't. Okay? So those are the 5 things that you might overhear people saying in conversation. And I hope that that might give you an incentive to keep learning your Cantonese and to practice these simple words that you can say to your colleagues or your friends. And I hope you have a very good time doing that. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope that helped. And please comment below. And I promise I will get a new marker. This is, I think, had it. So I will get new markers. Please comment below, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time here on my little Cantonese corner. Bye!